welcome back. This is meal prep video number 2. Today we are going to be talking about how to create a meal plan. In the last video you learned what these containers are, what goes in them, how many you can have per day by calculating your target calorie range. So now we're going to talk about how to put this into a plan for our week. So first things first, I make sure that I have my calorie range and how many containers I have in per day. Then I want you guys to go ahead and I want you to get prepared. So grab your Portion Fix guide, if you have a Fixate recipe book, grab that. Grab your laptop if you have Beachbody On Demand and pull that up. It has some Fixate recipes, or maybe grab your phone with Pinterest on there, because that is where we're going to find some recipes. So take a minute here, press pause, grab your guide, also print off these 2 trackers that I put in the file section of the app, your target calorie range and meal plan, and just a meal planner worksheet. So print those off, get those out, grab a paper, and once you've gotten all that, come back and we will get started. Okay, so you have all this in front of you. We're ready to create a meal plan. So first things first is we need to research, we need to figure out, okay, what sounds good this week? What does my week look like? Do I have time to cook dinner every night this week? Do I need a quick grab and go breakfast? What does my week look like so I can plan accordingly? For us, it's usually really busy, so I meal prep for the whole week during the week for 5 days. So that is what I'm going to show you here. I have a sample meal plan that I'm going to just talk to you guys about, but again, I'm doing this video so that you guys, you may not like what I like. We're not robots. God made us all unique and all beautiful just the way that He wanted us, so we all have different tastes, and you may be able to have more or less containers than I can. So the purpose of this video is to teach you how to create a meal plan for your taste, for the number of containers you can have with the workouts that you're doing, and still feel like, okay, I know what I'm doing, I can do this, and figure this out. So let's get started. So what I do first is I turn to the page and I make sure I know what my calorie number is and my container numbers. Then I'll go to my little cheat sheet here, and I know I can have 3 cups of greens, 2 cups of purples, And so go ahead and take a moment, fill that out on what you can have for your target each day, okay? Then from there, we're going to do some research here. So this week I've looked at my calendar, and I need a quick grab and go breakfast this week because we have appointments every morning this week. So I want overnight oats this week. I just want to make those real quick, put them in the fridge, grab them and go. So I know I'm like, okay, I want oats. So I'll go to my Fixate recipe book, or I'll go online to Pinterest or the Beachbody blog or the Fixate portion of Beachbody On Demand, and I'll type in oats, and I will find some 21-day fix approved oats. And then from there, I'll come over to my sheet and I'll say, okay, so most of the time, actually all the time, if you're looking up 21-day fix approved recipes, it'll give you the container amount. So I know for my oats are 1 yellow of starches, and just a side note, I put at the top here, in case you don't have enough containers, because I know these get busy, or they get dirty really quick after you use them once, I put the measurements on top. So a half a cup of cooked oats is 1 yellow. So I'll go down here and I'll put, okay, I can have a half a cup of cooked oats. So I'm going to have that for breakfast with 1 red, which I'm having Greek yogurt. So I'm going to mark that here. And then I'm going to have 1 cup of fruit. I'm going to put some strawberries in my oats. So I'm going to layer that in my mason jar. I'm going to put my oats, then I'm going to put my yogurt, and then I'm going to put my berries, seal it, throw it in the fridge. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to check mark off that I've made I've made my overnight oats for the week, and I know that how many containers that's going to cost me, I guess you could say. Okay. So usually if I'm having oats for breakfast, I'm pretty full. So my second snack, what I'm feeling is just a veggie and a dip, or veggies and some seeds. This week I want pumpkin seeds. So I'm gonna go here. So I wrote down I want veggies and pumpkin seeds. So I'm gonna go here on my chart and I'm gonna put 1 for green for veggies and 1 for 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds. And I'm going to, cut up my celery or carrots or whatever I'm feeling and put them in Ziploc baggies and measure out my seeds as well. Put it in a little Ziploc baggie, throw it in the fridge, done. Snack's done for the whole week. And then I'll go to lunch, and I know this week I want turkey spaghetti squash. So I'm gonna go here, and I already calculated, I went on to Pinterest, figured out what I wanted for lunch with the containers that I had, and wrote it on my little meal planner worksheet, and found out, okay, so I know that my turkey spaghetti squash is 1 red and 1 full green. And some of that is spaghetti squash and some of that is tomatoes. And then I use spices are free for all. So you can use, as many spices as you want and all of that to make your food flavorful. Do not try and eat bland food. I know I cannot do that. So I'll add in those free food spices on there. All right. And then for meal number 4, that's my shake. So I put down here, you guys have lots of recipes. So my shake this week is 1 purple container and then 1 red container for Shakeology. And then for dinner, my dinner is a big dinner this week. So it has 1 green container. I'm having Asian chicken wraps. So I'm having 1 cup of veggies and I'm having a wrap this time. I'm not wrapping it in lettuce. I'm having a gluten-free tortilla wrap. Maybe you're going to have a whole wheat tortilla wrap or whole grain. So I put 1 yellow there, and my chicken is 1 red, and my blue is 1. I'm going to have some guacamole on there, and then 2 teaspoons of oils to cook everything in there. So I know, okay, there was my 5 meals per day. If you can have 6 and you can have extra, feel free to go in and fill those out. And I total that up to make sure I'm not over on my container amount and I'm not under. So I'll go, okay, I add all that up, 3, 2, 4, I'm good. I have all my containers filled up. I'm eating enough, but I'm not eating too much. Everything's portioned out. So that is how I do that. So I hope that's not too confusing. I want to make sure I don't miss anything here. So I just make sure I use these trackers and I check them off as I go, so I'm kind of keeping that organized. So step 1, figure out what your calorie range is, what containers you can have, fill that out on your worksheet. I can have, this many containers per week, and if my containers are dirty, just check that top mark for the measurements on how much you can have, and then check mark as you go so you're making sure that you're not eating too little or too much. And just research on Pinterest and get creative and try new recipes every week. And you guys will actually get points towards a grand prize if you share recipes in the challenge group. If you share your meal plan, you get even more. So we can all work together as a team and try new recipes and just try and taste all the different awesome foods there are out there. So, this does take some time. But I'm telling you, if you put in the work, you're going to just love your results. This program is created by top nutritionists in the country, and it works. So do your workouts, stay on track with your nutrition. That is the most important piece. Stay accountable in this group, and you are just going to see awesome, awesome results. And we're going to have fun as a fit family, cheering each other on and motivating one another. And times are going to get hard sometimes, but that is okay. Just press into the group and be open and real about your struggles so we can all come around each other and help each other out, okay? So today we talked about how to create a meal plan, and if you guys have additional questions, please let me know if you need more recipe ideas. I'm going to continue to share my recipe ideas on what I'm personally doing as well, just so we can all hold each other accountable and just get more ideas from each other. So if you need anything, let me know. And I think that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for joining me.